is the person that we're celebrating, the most significant drummer in the history of rock and roll. Without him, lots and lots and lots of drummers wouldn't be playing the drums today. Mr. Ringo Starr.
Oh, hi. I was down for a bit. I love that when you see everyone on speak. Anyway, yes, my name is Ringo.
Love you, Ringo.
I have to thank, I have to start to thank, the start of the thanks is with Barbara, because last year, out of the blue, we decided we would archive my stuff. We did it in a very charming way, not too heavy. And then, out of the blue, like in life, in my life it seems, Bob asked, could we have a meeting, and then mentioned, let's have a Grammy Museum of Ringo. So it just fitted in. We did have to work a lot harder after he said that. A lot faster, because he had a date on it. We were like, oh yes, there's a shirt. But anyway, the most incredible thing about putting it together was I found so much stuff I didn't know I had. I'd like to thank two assistants I've had over the years who put it in hanging bags and in boxes and in trunks, and it was like, in several places on the planet, and we pulled it all together. But I did not personally think, oh, I've got to save that, I've got to do this, I've got to look after it. Sort of tossed aside in many ways a lot of it. But when we started looking, and what we found was incredible. And I'd like to mention that we were looking through stuff and putting it away, and lots of other people were helping us out. And then I had these two boxes from my mother. My mother died in '86, and I took these two boxes away, and I did not open them until last year. I thought, well, we better look in there. And it was like at Aladdin's cave. She had, first of all, the great letter I love from Rory Storm, shows you what it was like in those days. He's written to me to tell me we're playing on Thursday night. Because he didn't have these, and we didn't have a phone. And so he says, we're playing Thursday night at the Jive Hive. I'll bring your cymbals and your money. And so, of course, I went. Because I didn't have a car. It was very difficult for a drummer in those days. We didn't have a car. And I'd take the snare drum to the gigs. And I'd beg a drummer who got his whole kit there, let's use your kit, man. I'd use my snare and his kit. And sometimes they said yes, and sometimes they said no. And then when I did get a car and would be able to take my kit to the venues, other drummers would ask me, can I use your kit, man? I said, sure. And just for the musicians in the audience, I said to some guy, yeah, you can use the kit. And he sat on the drum stool, and he put his foot on the beater of the bass drum beater. And it was like he thought he was starting a motorbike. So I just said, excuse me. Get off. But anyway, that's how it was. And I don't know what else to say. I think I'll just wait for the questions. I'm real happy that we have this exhibit. I thank Barbara, Bruce Sugar, sound, Brent Carpenter, Scotty photographed everything for us. A lot of people are involved. I'd like to say I did it all, but I got a lot of help. So I'm just going to wait for someone to ask you a question. Your hands up.
Yes. I'm wondering if you can just talk about what it means to see your work here and to have an exhibit here in the Grammy Museum in your name.
What it means here, you can have someone going around with a mic. What it means here to have an exhibit here at the Grammy Museum, well, it's the only place, isn't it? I'm a musician. It should be here. We had a drum in the Metropole a couple of years ago in New York, and that's about it as far as, oh no, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame had a couple of my pieces, but the Grammy was an exact place for me. I thought, yeah, I can do it in honesty here because it is the Grammy Museum and it's music, and so that's what I do. I play music. You in the front, might as well get closer.
Ringo, can you describe some of your feelings about the Beatles' musical legacy that you helped create?
Yeah, I love it. No, I do love it because, you know, I'm really proud of the music we made, and you know, it took a while, but we were very serious players, and the results are still being played to today. That's what's great. You know, and Bob talked about those very young grandfathers of 65 and their kids. It's still going on. How great is that? You know? And, you know, the memories I have of those days are, you know, I'd like to say every minute was great, but it wasn't. But overall, the emotion was great. We worked hard. We only wanted to be musicians. We didn't sort of sit around and say, let's be famous. We said, let's be musicians. And, you know, as you all know, unless you're from another planet, the Beatles became very famous. You know, that was part of it. But the music is the most important thing we do. Why am I picking? I'm going to be the one that, oh, that bastard is picking. Okay, you, just because you're very quiet over there. You, yes. You don't even know why you're here. You're going, really?
First of all, I want to thank you.
Speak up.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for the wonderful music and the wonderful memories. Gosh, you're the soundtrack to my life. And you were my idol.
For you.
And I'm one of those grandparents. You were my idol in the 7th grade. Who was your idol?
Musically?
Musically.
Well, the major hero of mine was Lightning Hopkins. And I love the blues. And you know, life is weird, if you haven't heard this story, that when I was 18, I went to the American consulate in Liverpool because I wanted to move to Houston, Texas, because Lightning was from there. I worked in a factory at the time where we were looking at factory jobs in Houston. And we went to the embassy and they gave us all these forms to fill out. And we filled them out, this friend of mine and I, and you know, we were 18. Anyway, we filled them out, we went back, we gave them these forms we filled, and then they gave us more forms. Well, we were 18. We didn't emigrate, but you never know, you know, life is a strange path, you're just on it.
Thank you.
Hi, Ringo. Almost 50 years ago, the big summit meeting with the Beatles and Elvis in Hollywood when you first met. What are your memories of that? And there's a lot of differences of opinions whether the Beatles jammed with Elvis. What are your memories of that
I
night?
didn't jam with Elvis, I don't care who said it. The big memory was we walked in and he was on the settee watching TV. And he had a TV commander. And it was like, wow. You know, well, we had, you know, Elvis, we were fans of Elvis. I mean, you know, when he came in, he was just incredible. And for me, you know, I came in with Bill Haley and a lot of other guys, but they all seemed like your dad. And Elvis, for me, was the first one who wasn't like my dad. A couple of years older, that's all. You know. So anyway, they're the big memories. And we didn't jam, and we didn't really play American football, though him and his guys did. We didn't know how to play that.
Hi, Ringo.
Hi.
When is Let It Be coming out on DVD or Blu-ray?
Let It Be on Blu-ray.
The fans want it.
Yeah, what day is it? Any minute now.
I love you.
Okay, I love you too. You at the back there. Come on, you can stand.
After you made A Hard Day's Night, the film, there was a lot of pressure on you to do a follow-up. Can you tell us how Help came about and your recording of the album, the soundtrack album?
Yeah, well, you know, after Hard Day's Night, for us, we were making a movie. That was great. We made the songs anyway. And then they thought maybe we'll make another one in color. And that was a big deal. And what's the story going to be? Well, anyway, I enjoyed Hard Day's Night so much that they sort of decided to write it around me and the big ring. You know, the music, okay, we've got a job, you know. We didn't really specifically make it, oh, this will move that plot on, you know, like they do now. we just make records. We made single records and then put it on, it was called an album. So there was no like real thing. John was in that state of mind when he wrote Help, and I think he's quoted it many times. And he said, well, how are you feeling emotionally? And I said, well, I did write Help.
One more question.
Time for one more question.
First of all, Ringo, on behalf of the readers of Classic Drummer Magazine, congratulations to your election to the Classic Drummer Hall of Fame. Readers would like to say thank you and congratulations.
Okay,
thank
you.
Thank you. And the question I have is, when you were collecting all these artifacts and going down memory lane, what did Richard Starkey learn about Ringo Starr?
He really learned he loves the drums. That's all I ever wanted to play, you know what I mean? I didn't want to play anything else. It was always, from when I was 13, I wanted to play drums. Several years later, when I got some real drums, I made my own at the beginning to bring in the violins. And now, I was asked that the other day, I mean, what do you want to, what is your main thing? Is it drumming, is it singing, is it writing? And it's always playing the drums. That's what I do.
Us too, and thank you.
Oh, where's my award? Why did you just throw it at me? Well, thank you. You look after that.
Thank you very much.
Ringo Starr, everyone.